my friend Hannah Bedwell.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you. I walk, so we're gonna move this way over here. Maybe move this. No, I'm just kidding. That song, do you hear that? That just makes me want to kick a door right off the hinge. Shania, I listened to it on the way here. My best friend was like, we need to listen to a hype song. Shania, every time. Thank you all. Like they said, my name is Hannah Bedwell. Sort of local. I'm from Missouri. Don't hold it against me, but I'm not from Boonville, so that's even better. My brother was going to be here tonight. I was really excited because he lives in Missouri. I don't get to see him a whole lot. He texted me a couple of weeks ago, and he said, sis, I'm so excited for you. You're going to do great. Can I crash on your couch? I was like, yeah, sure, come on over. So being the good big sister that I am, I remembered a couple of days later to text him to remind him to ask his parole officer if he could lose the state. I'm not kidding. That's not a joke. But he was really excited to send me a selfie back. I'm not on parole anymore, sis. He was, parole, it is what it is. Maybe he learned his lesson. But he's not here tonight because he also has some baby mama drama. Would you all, you're from Boonville, parole, baby mama drama, it fits in just fine. For those of you not clapping, you know. No, my brother, he's always been a great supporter. He's younger than me. At times we've loved each other, at times we've hated each other. He once peed on my leg and I got in trouble for overreacting. Mom, you can talk it up with her afterwards. I still can't get it off. No, he is a big supporter, and we did prank each other quite a bit, and as we got older, we realized not everybody is built like a Bedwell. So I got to college, and for those of you, Boonville, college is where Castle kids go after they graduate from high school. So I went to college, and when I was at college, I learned I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I'm gonna have to go work on a farm with the rest of these rednecks. True. So I was in college, I made friends, a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends, don't be jealous. And when you're you find friends, you go and you hang out with their families, you drive to their hometowns, you go exploring. Well, my best friend was like, hey, we're not best friends at this time, sort of, I guess. It was early. This was like the test run to see how this is gonna work. She says, hey, why don't you come home with me and hang out this weekend with my family and my friends? It's like, yeah, sure, let's go. It's a 2-hour drive. We get 15 minutes away, and she turns the radio down, and she says, I meant to tell you this before we left. It's not a big deal, but we don't flush the toilet paper at my parents' house when we get done using the bathroom. She's also from Kentucky, so being from Southeast Missouri, now going to school in Indiana, these preconceived thoughts of what Kentucky is like are now coming to life. My first experience is that I can't use the bathroom normally, but I'm like, whatever, it's fine. We'll see what happens when I get there. We get there, it's a totally normal house with a totally normal bathroom, but because I'm a people pleaser and I have social anxiety, I did what I was asked to do. But years go by, we become best friends. I don't know why I didn't run at that point, but we became best friends, and I decided, nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. I'm not here enough to do any sort of damage to the septic tank. I'm just gonna flush it like every other person that I've ever met in my entire life should. So shortly after I made this decision, used the bathroom, left, and she comes up and she's like, remember, we don't flush toilet paper down the toilet here. And I was like, what? She was like, you left some in the toilet. So now I'm thinking, for years now, they've been measuring how much toilet paper I've been using and whether or not it's in the trash can or not. Do I stop? No, because I'm not putting my toilet paper in the trash can. It's Kentucky, but it's also a first world country. So like 5 or 6 years ago, I live in Evansville now. I don't know where she lives. But we decide to hang out, so we go to her parents' house. And right off of her parents' living room is a bathroom. It's one of those you like get in and get out situation. Well, I got up, I spent a little too long in the bathroom, and then the like, they know what I'm doing in here anxiety like took over me, and I started to stress out a little bit. So I get done, do what everybody does when they get done, but then the toilet doesn't accept my offering and it just sits there, and I'm thinking this is my punishment for like 10 years worth of flushing toilet paper down their toilets. So I have to decide, do I fight with the plunger or do I just find the most gracious individual in their household? So I decide to go ask her mom for help. So I'm just like, she comes in. I'm, at this point, if there's a place on your body you can sweat, I'm sweating there. Because I'm not concerned that she's gonna have to perform this act of labor to help me. I'm concerned that I have been friends with them for so long that I know the rules on toilet paper, and she's gonna see that I have continuously misjudged the rules. I don't know, I'm nervous, like lip sweat, and I'm apologizing profusely. And she's like, it's okay, it's okay. And I was like, well, I know I'm not supposed to put toilet paper down the toilet. And she's like, what? Like mid-plunge, just stops. And she was like, what? And I said, yeah, I know I'm not supposed to put toilet paper down the toilet. And she's like, who told me that? I was like, well, Hannah. My best friend's name is also Hannah. I forgot to preface that. It's confusing, it's not weird. But she does what every mom does. She's like, Hannah! So then like now, Hannah's been invited to the bathroom to join us. Plunger intact. And her mom comes in and she's looking at her child. She's like 26, 27. She birthed her. This is her blood. She's like, why'd you tell her she can't flush toilet paper down the toilet? She's like, well, because we can't. She's like, but who said that? She's like, well, Dad. Well, then Dad hears and he's like, what? Well, you told her that she couldn't put toilet paper in the toilet. He said, well, when did I tell you that? She said, I don't know, we were like 5 when I moved in here. So for like 20 years of this now grown woman's life, she's been stopping all of her friends, all of her family members, like somebody comes by the house, hey, can I use the bathroom? Terms and conditions, sign them before you enter. Everybody's been stopped by her, except for her own family. She's got a brother and a parents that have never questioned why there's so much toilet paper in the trash can when she gets done using the bathroom. It takes me destroying the septic tank for 10 years to finally catch on. I think what's even more impressive is that like, for 20 years, after being told one time, she was like, yeah, I'm good with this. You tell me one time, I got it. You know who would have loved a child like that? My dad. My dad would have loved to have a child who he told you one time and you grasped it. I obviously didn't. My brother obviously didn't, because, you know, he's off parole now. I'm now up here, you know, not going to therapy and using comedy as my way to out people in my life. But my dad, he got it honestly because my grandfather was the same way. I don't think my dad has thrown up in like 54 years. Because then as an infant, he was like, not again, child. My dad in his little infant arm was like, yes, sir. He would have loved it. But my mom wasn't help either. She got the guy at Walmart. That was supposed to be funnier than what it is. Literally, she was like at Walmart, saw him and was like, the guy with the perm, aisle 13, let's go, let's go. They're still married. It's been like 31 years, which is great. They met at Walmart. They've been married for 31 years. I'm not clapping. I'm just kidding. I love my parents. I love them. But just think, like, when they met at Walmart in 1992, you want to know where that bar was? Right here. You meet at Walmart, you literally, every day is better than that day. The standard for Walmart's relationships is so low that there's no Hallmark Channel movie about that. There's no meet cute. They literally were working together. And she was like, okay, the blonde one, I'll take him. That's fine. It's fine. But if they would have gotten married at Target, think about where that standard is. My brother probably wouldn't have been on parole. I wouldn't be funny. My younger sister would have all of her teeth in her head still. And my youngest brother, who's not here to defend himself, and is well within driving age, would be driving a car. He just chooses not to. My mom takes him to work every day. But really, they'd have met at Target. Can you imagine? They wouldn't have made it. They'd have divorced. Every day, they would still, 31 years later, be like, oh, gotta get out of bed, brush my teeth so he doesn't think I smell. Get back in. Hi. No, Walmart, they're like, why are you still in my bed, you know? But Walmart and Target we know, you know? Like if I see you in Walmart, no I didn't. It's like Baptists seeing each other in a liquor store. No you didn't. No you didn't. But I mean, it's Walmart, we know. No judgment, you work at Walmart, it's great. I need you sometimes. But I'll tell you, if Hannah's gonna go change the bathroom trash can, she's using a Walmart sack. She's not using a Target bag. That Target bag is reserved specifically for taking your lunch to work. When you forget your lunch box, you walk in. I shop at Target. I went to Target yesterday. Forgot my lunch. Not a Walmart sack. Walmart sacks are reserved for picking up after your dog and lining your bathroom trash can. Walmart's not quite as classy as what Target is. You go into Walmart with your crotch out, nobody asks any questions. You walk into Target, ma'am, have a nice day. They put me on a list when you walk in. But I think Walmart's always been this way, which is why I think my parents have lasted as long as they have. Do you remember when the people of Walmart.com came out? I was a kid. I don't know what kid means. I was just younger than what I am now. And I remember my mom and I just sitting and watching as these pictures would just flow in. And like this was before it was popular to be carrying around something to take pictures. There's no people of Target.com. People of Target.com is called Instagram. There's a big difference between the two of those. The level of class is different. But Target's done its due diligence. Remember it used to be like the weird store. Like you don't really know who shopped at Target, you just kind of ended up with stuff at your house, but they did a rebrand. And they built themselves up to where I'll proudly walk around with a Target bag. But I think that I'm a little bit enough of a conspiracy theorist to know how they've pulled this off. It's not a cliche, because everybody in this room, except for the super right-wing conservatives who no longer shop at Target because of their bathroom policies, every single one of you in this room that shops at Target, you go in, I gotta get socks and soap, that's it. You leave with $300 worth of things. It can't be a cliche if it happens to all of us, right? Well, I know how they do it. Target knows better for us than what we do, right? You walk into the breezeway, and it's refreshing. It's not like Walmart's. Walmart's is smelly, and there's a guy in the corner that's been there for 3 days. Probably because Andy forgot to take the locks off of his wheelchair and he can't move. But Target, you walk in and you feel warm and it makes you feel good about yourself. And then they do a body scan from head to toe and they do a vibe check because they want to know what you're here for and not what you think that you're here for, but what Target knows that you're here for. And then I think when you walk through the doors, they have this euphoric gas because everybody in that place is so dang happy. And then you just walk around Target happily, so happily, and then you go check out. My friend and I went to Target several months ago, and I was like, all right, let's put this theory to the test. Can't fight it because it's a drug. So we go in, I don't remember what we were there for, and we shop, and then Target's like, you're done, and you go check out. But we don't get to go to the self-checkout because she's really anxious that they're gonna think she stole something, and then she's gonna have her child taken away from her, and then she's not gonna have to be able to shop at Target anymore. So we go to the geriatric lane where the lady named Lisa is asking you how your day is. You know how my day is. It's terrible. I'm a millennial, don't ask me how my day is. I don't wanna talk to you. So my friend puts her stuff up on the belt. They start ringing it through. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. This looks like a cart that she would have. Target did good, I guess. There's like a roast with like the chopped up vegetables, you know, with the cellophane wrap around it. You just pop right into the crock pot. She had some pull-ups because her child was going through that phase. She had like a gift for her mom. and a candle and just a very warm type of cart. And I was like, okay, perfect. This is a cart for her. If I was gonna put a cart together for her, this will be it. So then it's my turn. And I put my stuff up on the belt. Let's see what Target has given me. She scans it all through. She said it's like $67, so I insert my chip. And I realized that I just bought $67 worth of cat litter and adult beverages. It's a very different vibe. It's a very different vibe than the one that she put off. And so I'm just like, well, F you, Target. That's not who I am. But then I remember that 2 months before that, my best friend, the one from Kentucky, she decided to go on a date with a guy from Indiana because she can't date in the state because she's probably seen him at a family reunion before. So she comes across the river to date. It's on a Thursday night. It goes well. She's like, hey, do you mind if I stay at your house? And then tomorrow, this guy and I are going to go back out. And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So she leaves before I get home, and she texts me. And she's like, hey, I didn't want to take my leftovers, so I left them in the fridge for you. I don't know if you have plans tonight, but you can have them. So I was like, well, I don't have anything else to do on a Friday night. You all don't either. You're in Boonville, sitting listening to a comedy show. So I go and I heat up my leftovers. TGI Fridays. She got a steak and potatoes. I'm kind of excited about it. I turn on the TV, and then I realize, 45 minutes into my TV show, my cat's on the left, my dog's on the right, I've got a Walmart gown on with pockets, probably some sort of stain from the steak. I have no cares. And I realize, man, I need $60 worth of alcohol right now. I've never looked more sad in my entire life, sitting there like a couch slug on a Friday night while my best friend is out on a date with the guy who bought the food that I'm eating the night before. Anyway, all of this goes to say that I might be sad and single and lonely according to Target, but I've never been on parole, and I know what to do with toilet paper after I get done using the bathroom. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, I'm back.